Travis Scott is the worst person I worked with in my entire career in music. 8 people are dead and hundreds more are injured after Travis Scott's callous, reckless behavior at Astroworld. And I hate to be the one saying this, but I saw this coming.
Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to keep talking about Travis Scott, man. Now, I know a lot of people are coming for Travis Scott's head top right now, and I am definitely not joining in on the crowd. I'm just delivering the news as it comes out. And, man, in the last 24 hours, Travis Scott's ex-manager, a guy by the name of Shane Morris, this dude went to social media and he's been dropping bombshells, man. He talked about how Travis Scott is probably the worst person he ever worked with in the music business. And he also made some allegations that early on in his career was artificially blown up. Now, for anybody who knows anything about SoundCloud and the music business and everything that goes on behind the scenes as far as these numbers and who gets a deal or not, it might not come as so much of a surprise, but the magnitude that he said they went to, or the level that they went to in order to blow him up, you know what I mean, artificially, it says a lot, man. It's surprising, man. So before we get to these clips, because there's 3 of them I want to talk about, and I want to kind of talk about, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And, man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's do what we got to do, man. Let's talk about this guy, Shane Morris. Now, he was Travis Scott's manager early in his career. Yeah, I guess he said it was 9 years ago that he was his manager. Now, there's rumors that Travis Scott left him in a LA basement fighting for his life and just dipped on dude. And that had everybody bringing back, memories of this situation, because apparently this guy has gone forward with this story before, like back in 2013 or 2014 time frame. And it just got picked up due to the latest events. Now, he went on his first video rant and talked about his interactions with Travis Scott and how he feels like he could have predicted what happened at Astroworld Festival happening, and Travis Scott being a terrible person in his opinion. Now, like I said before, man, do not think this is my opinion. I am not going to join in and tearing people down if I don't have any information, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not taking Travis Scott's side either. I'm just playing the middle, man. Let me be the mediator. But let's check out this clip real quick.
Travis Scott is the worst person I worked with in my entire career in music. 8 people are dead and hundreds more are injured after Travis Scott's callous, reckless behavior at Astroworld. And I hate to be the one saying this, but I saw this coming and I tried to tell everyone. The story that D-Dot is telling is true. I'm Travis Scott's former manager. I'm the one who had a seizure, and I'm the one that he left for dead in a basement in Los Angeles. I originally told my account in 2013, and then it recirculated on Reddit about 6 years ago. The stories coming out of Astroworld and all the videos documenting the evidence are quite clear, and they align with what I know about Travis Scott. When he sees people in harm or danger, he tends to only continue thinking about himself. And to make it worse, he's been doing this for years at other concerts. I could go on and on about the theft of sessions, assaults, and all the lies that he's told in his career, but the thing that I want you to understand most is this. Travis Scott is the worst person I worked with in my entire career in music.
Okay, now you heard that from his manager or ex-manager firsthand, man. It seemed like dude who didn't waste anything, man. He emptied out the clip on Travis Scott, man. He basically said in a flight or fight situation, dude is going to fly, man. He's going to dip on you. If you're in trouble, he's not the type of person to save you. And it's brought up, man, this whole situation has brought up a really good conversation about celebrities and how they really feel about their fans. Like, there's a lot of clips on social media, and I've been watching all this that have been floating around lately, basically showing celebs acting bad, man. Like, do they really care or have any empathy or sympathy in situations that require sympathy and empathy for their fans? And, it's brought on that greater discussion, which is no problem, man. But it seems like this dude's opinion is Travis Scott doesn't care about anybody, man. If you're in trouble, he's going to dip on you. But you got to say, man, is it just convenient to say all this now? Or do you feel like this is really who Travis Scott probably is? Now let's check out this next clip where he talks in detail about some more tea. He even says, I'm about to spill the tea. Let's check this out.
I think it's time to spill a little tea, as the kids on the internet say, and I don't mind doing this because Travis Scott is genuinely a horrible person. So in 2009, when I met Travis Scott, I was running a site called earmilk.com with my friends Trey and Blake. And I was a junior level software engineer, and I had just finished working for MySpace Music. So I worked in the technology side of music. For Travis, what we did was fake his popularity. I programmed a fleet of SoundCloud bots to artificially inflate his play counts on SoundCloud. This told record label executives that he was much more popular than he actually was. We also did the same thing early on with Twitter. You may have noticed, and somebody made a joke about it, that his early followers could make an omelet because they were all eggs. We used software to enhance his visibility via the wrong means.
Now, wow, in that clip, he's dropping a bombshell. He's basically saying that they use technology in order to inflate, Travis Scott's image early on so that way he can get a record deal or get, attention from record labels. And I mean, back then, this might have been a common practice with SoundCloud. SoundCloud was kind of the wild, wild west. And there were artists blowing up off of SoundCloud left and right, especially back in those days, you know what I mean? And I know a bunch of rappers from back then are probably thinking like, man, I didn't get on because the game was rigged. Maybe, for some people it was probably, and some people it wasn't probably, you know what I mean? It's just, it's the music industry and it's entertainment, right? Now, him saying that and, just putting himself out there, I don't see why he would lie. But one thing you can't doubt, is that Travis Scott's following now is wild, man. Like, he's got like this cult following, you know what I mean? And I hate to use the word cult, but he's got a strong following. Anybody who can have a whole city turn out 2 days in a row, 50,000, 55,000, 60,000 plus, man, in one scene, man, that says a lot. That says a lot, man, to be real. Now, Travis Scott's ex-manager didn't end there. He also went on record to say some things about Travis Scott stealing sessions. I didn't even think about this, man, because they say rappers are so guarded about their sessions nowadays, about who they let into the studio, like, because people have gone back and said, hey, I contributed to that song and could prove that they were in the studio. But I never thought about the artists who were actually in there contributing and one taking the sole credit and running off with it. And that's basically what the dude alleges right here. Now let's check that clip out.
So theft of a session's like this. Travis was in LA sleeping on my couch. He was also sleeping on the couch of this girl, name started with V, I forget, and some other guy named Tommy down at USC. So anyway, he was coming to our recording studio down in the dungeon. He was working with Ryan Rush, who was formerly of Panic! The Disco, Alex Greenwald from Phantom Planet, and Nelson London from The Strokes. So they're obviously all guitar players, hit songwriters in their own right. And so he was working on this song, Analog. They helped him complete Analog. And so then Travis had a meeting with T.I., right? And so he tried to get the bounce from T.I., and I caught him trying to put it on a thumb drive so he could take it and claim it as his own. And I said, hey, my guy, you need to credit these 3 other people you worked with. That isn't just your song, you had help. He also did this to Wonder Girl. He's got a history of doing this. So he claims that he's making the music when in fact he's had help on it. He's a co-producer. That's how it goes.
Now, in that clip, you heard him say verbatim that Travis Scott was out here stealing songs from sessions, not giving people their credit, allegedly. All this is alleged because there's no way we can prove any of this, right? But man, that's a wild accusation because Travis Scott has always been heralded on the fact that he is a dope producer and rapper. Like the combination, his sound is his sound. You know what I mean? Like, and hearing that Travis Scott didn't make each and every beat himself, that's really not that big of a deal to me, to be real with you. Because a lot of co-producers, and there's a lot of co-producer situations in the industry or in music. It just, whatever comes out is the best result. The crazy part and the most egregious part of what he's alleging is the fact that Travis Scott was trying to sneak out of sessions, not give people their credit, and take all the credit himself. He called it a session theft. So I'm not sure if he really did that because, like I said, this is all alleged, but it's crazy to say the least. Now, what do you guys think about this situation? What do you think about his manager coming out now and saying all these things on social media? Do you think that he's just jumping in with the rest of the crew to pile on and take Travis Scott down and talk bad about him right now because it's hot? Or do you feel like, man, there's so many people saying things about Travis Scott that there's got to be some type of validity to all this? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.